give a nice warm welcome. This gentleman's come all the way from Mablethorpe, before that Essex. It's a common move. And his name is Brian Wesley. Give all your love, ladies and gentlemen, to Brian Wesley.
Thank you. Yes, I'm from Essex. I'm actually retired now, don't go to work. And people often say to me, what's it like to be retired? Well, apart from the fact that I don't have to get up in the morning and go to work, you know, that's great. The other thing is, of course, that being at home all day, I spend a lot more time with my wife, which is well, it's something else, isn't it? You know, we've been together for quite a few years now, and I'm still finding things about her that I didn't know. For example, I've discovered that she spends a lot of time talking to herself, out loud, talking to herself, or as she calls it, "You're not listening to me." But no, I do try and help out around the house now I'm retired, try and help my wife out a bit. Take laundry, for example. When I was at work, I used to work in an office, so I made it a point that I always change my pants every other day. I know you're thinking that's a bit excessive, but I mean, I think it's just something you should do. You know, it's respectful to your work colleagues. But of course, now I'm retired, I find I can go all week without changing my pants. But I do make a point, you know, once a week, clean pair of pants, and you'll be glad to know for Monday I changed. But no, we've been married nearly 30 years now. We've got 2 sons. They're in their 20s now, and they're off at university. I'm really proud of them. And in fact, it was them going off to university that prompted us to decide to retire. As soon as they got their own digs and they moved out, we jacked the jobs in, sold the house, and moved to the seaside. And we will get round to telling them where we moved to eventually, but at the moment it's nice and quiet without them. The wife doesn't want them coming home with their laundry. I don't suppose they change their pants quite as often as I do. You know, I do try and help out around the house. One of the other things I've started doing is doing the shopping. It gets me out of the house and away from my wife talking to herself. And I shop at Lidl's. Anybody shop at Lidl's? Yeah, 1 or 2 there. I mean, they're not bad. Some of their products have got some really weird sounding names. I didn't even notice that. You know, they're sort of like the IKEA of the grocery world, aren't they? I mean, one of the things, you know, they actually sell carrot juice. Who on earth drinks carrot juice? I mean, even rabbits don't drink carrot juice. I know that for a fact because I've never seen any rabbits in Lidl's buying it. One of the other ones I like, the other weird sounding products they sell is their beef burgers, which they call Hush and Rita. They don't. I'm just checking. I've got my phone with me. It is switched off, not like somebody else's earlier on. It's not that I get any phone calls or anything. I never get any texts, never get any phone calls, but I like to have my phone with me at all times. I feel naked without it. I don't know why I did that, so it's not, it just came to me. But no, I like to have my phone with me all the time, just in case of emergencies. And I was in Lidl's buying some carrot juice the other day, and I realised I didn't have my phone with me, and a bit of a panic attack. I don't know why I did that either. You know, I got through the checkout, got home, and there's my phone on the kitchen table. Really relieved about that. I was worried about that, but picked it up. Would you believe it? 1 missed call. I never get any phone calls. Nobody rings. Well, I tell you lie, the lads do ring me occasionally trying to find out where we've moved to. But apart from that, no calls. And I said to myself, look this. The only time I leave my phone at home, forget the phone, I get 1 missed call. And do you know what she said? She turned to me and said, "Oh, that's probably me. I thought I'd give you a ring just to let you know you left your phone at home." Thank you very much.
The man with the clean pants. I'm pleased you changed them today.
I did, yes.
Stand up. Have you ever wanted to have a go at this in the past and never had the opportunity then?
Well, yeah, I was a bit. I thought about doing it, but I didn't really want to do it in a real, you know, stand-up comedy club because I'd probably get torn to shreds. It's a really good, nice audience tonight so far. So yeah,
He's got the look, hasn't he? Do you think he's got the look? I think he's got the look of a comedian on stage, to be honest with you.
You're saying I look funny?
Well, you have a really charming look. I think you've got the look of a comedian. I think it works for you. But what about working on material? When did you start working on that?
When I really thought that I'd committed to doing this, I thought, well, initially I thought somebody's going to write material for me, but then I discovered, no, I've got to make something up. And most of that's not made up, actually. It's all true.
Have your children found you yet, then?
No, that's why they're not here tonight.
That's all right, then. Nice to see you. Put your hands together for Brian. I'm always saying, Alfie, when we've had these sort of sessions beforehand, you know, some people will come up and they'll do the one-liners, some will be telling a story, and what we liked about Brian's act there is, it was sort of going back to things he'd mentioned in an earlier part of the performance. That's quite a skill, isn't it?
Yeah, and he also talked about himself, didn't he, about his family and about his shopping habits, and yeah, they're called callbacks, whereas you see some comedians and they lay a lot of things in the middle and the beginning of their sets, and then at the end, bang, 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 give you all the callbacks and make it very, very clever. And it's not what I do. I just stand here and stare at people.
Scary.
Yes.
You got your clean pants on today, by the way?
I borrowed Brian's.
Oh, that's good.
That's all right. So, that was Brian Wesley, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Wesley. And I think he said he's retired, formerly Little regional manager, so he's now doing the showcase, and everybody show it. Brilliant.
Stand up if you dare for comic relief. Thank you very much for being so generous tonight. With your applause and hopefully with your donations as well. We've got the collecting buckets there just as you go out. If you enjoyed it tonight, put your money in the pot, please. It has been a free night tonight. And again, thank you everybody here. Hopefully you'll see some of this on Look North tomorrow night as well. And you'll hear some of the interviews on BBC Radio Lincolnshire tomorrow morning on my show from 9 o'clock. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you enjoyed the evening. All the best for comic relief. Thank you. Brilliant.